Hey guys, Orla here from your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are reviewing the Bellroy Classic Sling 7 litre. In this review, we will go through the summary, we'll go through the features, we'll pack out this sling so we can get into it. We'll do a fit check, comfortability, see how it feels on the female body. We'll also do a water test and run through some pros and cons. And of course, as always, if there is anything that we have missed that you would like to know, then just pop us a wee comment below and be sure to get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So this is priced at £95. It is 18 by 30 by 10 in centimetres, and they do use recycled sources such as plastic PET bottles, industrial nylon offcuts and fishing nets. The colours you can currently get this lovely sling in is the black, the olive, the butterscotch and the tahini. I'm so sorry, it's this one. I don't know how to say it. I've got dyslexia, help. In terms of the shape and style, I will have reviewed the 3 litre, the 5 litre, and this is the 7 litre. This is the newest from them. There is a lot of flexibility with it, a lot of cushion to it, a lot of style to it. I have reviewed their other slings as well. If you go over to the channel and type in Bellroy, you'll be able to see a few other slings. One of my favourite slings from them is the light belt bag. I always get that wrong because of the coated zips. Now this, especially this colour, is going nowhere near my dog. Yeah, I would choose wisely depending on what kind of sling you're after. This is definitely very classy for that classy sling. Classic sling. I think it's definitely going to be down to your own preference. I'm not a fan of a huge sling like this. I'd rather just chuck on a backpack maybe, possibly. But then the more I think about it, I'm actually like, see, my partner's going away and I was like, oh, you should take a sling as your personal item because he's checking in a big luggage. And I thought, oh, that's a possibility for the next time that I go away, is using this as a personal item. Because it's just easier when it's all on front, I feel anyways, but I've yet to do that. Anyways, style. It will be something down to your own preference. Obviously, if you go for the darker colours, you might be able to place it in a bit more of a businessy style. Or could you place this in a business style, depending on what your business is, I guess. But yeah, this is something new and fun from them. Let me know below your thoughts on this new collection. I love to know all your opinions, your pros and cons if you had it and you're testing it out, or there's something that you found that's went wrong or that's went right. It is great to have that kind of conversation below. So it means that if anyone does pop onto this review and instead of me rambling on a lot, they can see your opinions as well. Sorry, this is where I interrupt and just say, if you do happen to have a wee gander on the website of the products we are reviewing, then we would be so grateful if you could use our links below. This is no extra cost to you and it just helps us as a team and growing our channel. What's that? Oh, you would like me to introduce you to the team so you can see who you're helping out? No bother, let's go. First up, we have our editor, Orla, our outreach manager, Orla. Oh, there is our script writer, she's shy. She's called Orla. Then we have this sexy lady for thumbnails. The main star of our reviews is the reviewer herself, Orla. And last but not least, the woman who does it all. Her name is kind of like Lorla, but it's Orla. So don't forget to click that first link to purchase your item. Bellroy do offer a 6-year warranty, worldwide shipping and returns. If you are interested in all things gear related, then I highly recommend signing up to Size Matters, my exclusive weekly email community. All you gotta do is click the link below and sign up today. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. Okay, so for this one, you have some branding here on the front, and then you have the wee oil embedded here on the back. Just for a little bit of reference here, this is the 7 litre, this is the 5 litre, and this is the 3 litre. These are kind of different color options. You can get it in the black also, so olive, butterscotch, and I'm not going to butcher this name, like a nudie kind of color here. Just so you see, with the brighter colors, you're obviously getting a different kind of style here for the branding and also for the custom kind of pillars. That is your kind of options for that. The only real difference is going to be the leaders and obviously the design, depending on your color options. They've all got the same kind of zips, the same pockets and everything, so you're not really missing out. You're really just depending on the kind of color options you want, and then the leaders with that. So this has a lovely strap, again just depending on your colors that will vary. So the darker one, you get a darker color. This one
It's pretty much the same, but not really, if you can see the slight difference. That is just a wee difference there. Runs really smooth with this kind of seatbelt material, so just adjusting it then to your own fit and all is pretty easy. Doesn't get stuck or anything, so that is a bonus. You do have two kind of external loopholes here. Then for the rest of the packet is kind of fairly simple. Just being careful with this color. Yeah, I can't be trusted with this kind of color. And I just noticed, I don't know if you can see on the table, I don't know how my dog's hairs have got on the table, but it will kind of stick to this. It's obviously easy to kind of just wipe off, but just cleaning this kind of material, being careful with it, because could be at risk if you were to get water on this and then start rubbing, that it could become like a little bit bally. So just being aware of that.
Guess what? We have our first ad on the channel. Yes. And you know me, I had to be creative with it and jazz it up a little. So roll the footage.
Do you love to travel often? Then don't let these things ruin your trip. Introducing Safety Wing, the travel insurance for nomads and remote workers. Whether you need essential protection on a budget or want complete peace of mind, Safety Wing covers the unpredictable. The Nomad Insurance Essentials Plan is your go-to for short-term travel, from trip protection, emergency medical, and even dental. Or upgrade to complete cover to have everything you get from the Essentials Plan, but with even more support.
With cover in over 195 countries, Safety Wing offers travel insurance that actually covers you and your gear. Don't forget to use our link in the description to book your insurance.
Do you have these chunky zips here? On the top, you've got a two-way kind of style puller, little custom pullers here, so you can come from this side if you wish, or you can come from the other side, depending on what you fancy. Then on the inside, the same kind of bright interior throughout these bags, so you're going to find that they all have that green bright interior throughout, and the same kind of pop of color. The only difference you'll find is that the key kind of tether will just depend on the kind of color option you have, that will change. Same setup on the inside, although obviously plenty of more space here for the 7 litre, and you'll kind of see here, just for that pocket reference, the pocket is like the whole space here for the 5 litre, same for the 3 litre, whereas you see the end of the pocket for the 7 litre here. So that is your pocket that opens up, and then you can kind of flap it a little bit closed. You've got your key tether. This little key lash here is very durable. You can plop your keys in there. Then throughout the bags you will find your little air tag you can place in there and have that fairly discreet. Then plenty of space around and at the bottom. It is well padded as well, so even setting that down you're well protected. Opening this up is your little mesh pocket that will change depending on your color options. For the darker colors, you're going to get a darker mesh pocket, but still plenty of space with this one. Obviously, there's just a little bit more light and a little more going into this because it is the 7 litre. The rest of it remains the same as the other ones. That's at 38. Closing this off, and then they all have the back pocket here where you can kind of make it a bit discreet as you wish. Then opening this up, that is just space in there. So let's go ahead and pack her on up. So starting off with the inside here, just for a little bit of reference, this is a 500 ml and that fits in grand. I will leave the links below for these water bottles. Obviously this has like an awkward lid too, so you could probably go up a bit higher. Like a 750 ml would work probably as well. We're gonna go keys, drop that in there, DS in here. Gonna put my 500 ml at the bottom. In this pocket, I want purse, lip balm, headphones, they go in there. Place my phone here. Camera with the case gonna fit. Bags for the dog. I'm gonna take out the case of this. This just makes it really bulky. This is the camera for reference. I know some of you are squealing inside, but we'll have to get over that. Closing this, then in the back, it does get a little bit tight depending on how much you are packing out that main compartment. But this is where I want to place in my ID, so my passport just goes in there. And we close that.
Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, and see how this feels on the female body.
So this is what the sling looks like on me. I am 5'6" for reference. Fairly comfortable. Obviously, chopping the oil, but that's kind of what a sling does, right? So you either love it or hate it. I prefer my sling to be on the back, but actually, if it's smaller, on the front. If it's bigger, definitely on the back. You can swing her on around. This is kind of what she looks like. I'm being aware of that mic. I'm not hitting it. This is what it's like on the front. Could be ideal for a cyclist. Movement wise though, there might be a lot of shift to it. You probably need like a stabilizer with this kind of style. Don't know what that was. Yeah, comfortable. Lots and lots of padding, so you don't actually feel the products on your back or anything digging into that. And it has like really nice soft material, so even if you are wearing like a thinner top, it doesn't feel icky. If you're someone like me who's very sensitive to materials, then this is a grand.
So for a water test, this is grand in a light drizzle, but I would definitely run for shelter if it is a downpour. I mean, it's all right, as I mentioned, for a light drizzle, but because it's not coated, I'd be a bit wary. If you're anyone that lives in the UK or Europe, you're probably used to the rain. Maybe give this one a miss. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pro number one is definitely the color options. I'm absolutely in love with the butterscotch color. I think that's absolutely stunning. Bit of me. I love how it is pretty simple and to the point, yet they've still added those fun features with it, with the key, tether, a little bit of organization, and also the padding throughout. Some cons is that this color is a big no-go for me. I do love the fact that there is a range of colors. Just if anyone has a dog, no. Just something to note is the maintenance of this kind of sling. I would definitely just be very careful when you are cleaning this kind of material. Whilst it's absolutely fantastic, it's just that if you were cleaning it and rubbing it too hard, it might start to become a little bit bully. I'm not going to test that because I think this is stunning, and I don't want to ruin it. I'm just not a fan of this kind of two-way zip thing. I tell you for why. I mean, you could probably get creative with it, but I like to be able to lock the oil zips. And I can't do that. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander over on their website and you're thinking about purchasing this sling or any of the other slings, bags, products, whatever you fancy, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use our links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.